Hi folks, welcome to another painting table update. These are what I've been working on quite recently. Yeah, I know I wasn't going to start another project, but that didn't last very long, unfortunately. These guys are TT Combat resin Hobbits, or halflings, depending on which way you want to call them. I've been slowly but surely working on converting them with green stuff. The shields themselves are cut down drawing pins, because what I'm basically going to do, this is going to be an imagination kind of stroke fantasy armies. One of my favourite set of books is the Warlord Chronicles trilogy by Bernard Cornwell, and really like reading the sort of really depth of characters and things they have. So I thought, combined with fantasy and imagination, I would have the Britons as basically as hobbits. Why not, so I've been painting up these guys, or say converting them. I have finished one base, which I'll show you in a bit, to make them look kind of Irish-like. They're actually listed as halfling assassins and halfling braves. Most of these guys with the kilts are known as braves, and they actually had hats, which I've managed to cut down, and sometimes I've had to add them, give them a little bit of a fancy hairdo with the green stuff. There's another guy with hair and a beard and more shields. So these guys are going to be the Irish Black Shields from one of the factions. What I'm basically going to do is I'm going to have groups of Britons, where they're going to be the either going to be from Powys or some of the other lesser kingdoms, and obviously Arthur himself is going to be represented as a hobbit, and then basically the Saxons are going to be the hobbit skeletons that TT Combat do, which are quite hilarious. But I thought, it'll be quite fun. So the Saxons are going to be those, the Irish, the Scots, and all the factions of the Britons are all going to be hobbits of varying types. So yeah, there's going to be 2 bases per faction or per warband. So this is the first little group. So as I say, I've gone for a sort of Highlander sort of Celtic mix of characters. So lots of tattoos, like sort of hobbits with attitude is the best way to describe these guys. As I say, they're going to be the Owen McCarran's Irish Black Shields. So there's going to be 2 units or 2 stands per warband, and then there's going to be a third stand which is going to have the commander himself on it. He's standard, maybe a musician if I can find or work out how to convert them. So yes, it's just a little bit of fun. As I say, it is great fun. Really enjoy messing around doing these. Some, as I say, fantasy. I do enjoy fantasy. It's one of the starting points when I was a wargamer. I used to play a lot of the original Warhammer back in the very early 80s, almost possibly the late 70s. So yeah, there you have it. So I'm going to get work on those. I haven't forgotten about the 10mm English Civil War. I've managed to paint 1 unit up. I haven't based them yet, but I've managed to paint them up, and I shall hopefully bring you a bit more of those as well later on. But yeah, at the moment I've been totally distracted by painting these little fellas, but there you go. As I say, the video is almost 5 minutes long, so I'm going to stop talking now, and just to say thanks for taking the time for watching the video. Any questions, queries, leave them in the comments and I will get back to you. And as always, bye for now.